Hello everyone, and thank you for visiting our channel. Today, we'll be delving into the lives of talented actors who left us too soon, often without us even realizing it. From Hollywood icons to rising stars, these individuals made significant contributions to the world of entertainment before their untimely passing. Before we begin, we ask for your support. If this video or their legacy has touched your life, please like it as a sign of respect. Thank you. Now let's begin. The world mourns the loss of Sly Stone, the brilliant mind behind Sly and the Family Stone, who passed away peacefully on June 9, 2025, at the age of 82, following a long battle with chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and additional health challenges. His family confirmed his passing, surrounded by his children and loved ones in his final moments. Sly Stone's remarkable journey began in Denton, Texas in 1943, before rising to iconic status as a pioneer of funk and soul music. His band shattered musical and cultural barriers with timeless anthems such as Everyday People and Dance to the Music. Their electrifying performance at Woodstock 1969, just as dawn broke, remains one of music history's most cherished memories. Stone's revolutionary approach to production, blending multi-track layering, electronic drums, and experimental sounds, left an undeniable imprint on artists like Prince and Stevie Wonder. Yet behind the dazzling success, Stone grappled with substance abuse and legal battles that ultimately dissolved the band in 1983. By 2011, his life had taken a dramatic turn as he faced bankruptcy and homelessness, living in a van while still composing hundreds of new tracks. His resilience and undying creativity kept his passion alive, even in adversity. Before his death, he completed a memoir in 2024 and a screenplay recounting his life story, leaving behind an enduring legacy. At the time of his passing, his net worth stood at $500,000.
Days and nights of living, you go.
The world bids farewell to Wayne Lewis, co-founder and soulful voice of Atlantic Starr, who passed away on June 5, 2025, at the age of 68. The heartbreaking announcement was made by Atlantic Starr through a heartfelt Facebook post as they requested privacy during this time of mourning. While the cause of his passing remains undisclosed, his absence leaves a void in the world of R&B music. Born on April 13, 1957, Wayne Lewis was instrumental in shaping the sound of Atlantic Starr, the legendary group he formed with his brothers in 1976 in White Plains, New York. The band captured hearts worldwide with unforgettable tracks such as Secret Lovers, Masterpiece, Silver Shadow, and Circles. Their crowning achievement came with the romantic anthem, Always, which soared to #1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and Billboard Hot Black Singles charts, securing their place in music history. Throughout decades of shifting industry landscapes and lineup changes, Wayne remained the band's guiding force. Atlantic Starr transitioned through major labels including A&M Records, Warner Brothers, Reprise, and Arista, yet continued to create music that resonated deeply with fans. In 2017, they released Metamorphosis, showcasing their lasting passion and artistic evolution. Wayne's enduring commitment to his craft serves as an inspiration, leaving behind a timeless legacy that will continue to touch hearts for generations.
Words and being told how to say them that I decided in perhaps...
Breaking news. Charlie Sheen, the $150 million rise and fall of TV's wildest star. At the very top of his career, Charlie Sheen embodied the ultimate Hollywood fantasy: wealth, fame, and dominance over primetime television. With his signature role as Charlie Harper on 2.5 Men, Sheen didn't just star in one of America's most beloved sitcoms, he owned the spotlight entirely. At his financial peak, Sheen was taking home nearly $50 million per year, collecting up to $188 million per episode, when factoring syndication bonuses. Between salaries, back-end points, and endorsements, his lifetime earnings would soar past an astonishing $150 million. His fortune reflected not only his enormous popularity, but the almost hypnotic grip he held over both audiences and the media. But such staggering success didn't happen overnight. Long before becoming the highest-paid actor on television, Charlie was born Carlos Erwin Estevez on September 3, 1965 in New York City, the youngest son of actor Martin Sheen and artist Janet Templeton. Even his birth carried an eerie foreshadowing of future turmoil. Delivered with the umbilical cord strangling his neck, Charlie entered life on the very edge of death, saved only by quick intervention from doctors. That brush with mortality would seem to echo through every chapter of his complicated journey. Growing up, Charlie was immersed in Hollywood royalty. His father, Martin Sheen, had struggled through the biases of the entertainment industry, forced to alter his Hispanic surname to find steady work. But perseverance and extraordinary talent eventually carried Martin into the upper echelons of acting, culminating in career-defining performances like Apocalypse Now, a film during which Martin suffered a real-life heart attack while on set, forcing him to confront his own battle with alcoholism. Though Martin eventually overcame his addiction, the path awaiting Charlie would not be so forgiving. In Malibu, California, the Sheen children were surrounded by the glitz of Hollywood from an early age. Charlie attended Santa Monica High School, where his classmates included future stars like Rob Lowe and Robert Downey Jr. He displayed early promise in both baseball and acting, earning a scholarship offer to play college baseball at the University of Kentucky. But Charlie's ambitions were already fixed on the silver screen. Even as a teenager, he appeared in homemade films alongside childhood friends like Chris Penn and Rob Lowe, signaling where his true passion lay. Hollywood welcomed him swiftly. At just 19, Charlie landed his first major role in 1984's Red Dawn, joining a cast of rising young stars. But it was Oliver Stone's Platoon, 1986, that launched him into cinematic legend. His portrayal of Private Chris Taylor captured both vulnerability and strength, helping Platoon win 4 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. It marked not just a professional triumph, but also an uncanny parallel to his father's earlier war epic, Apocalypse Now. Both Sheens had now delivered defining war roles that showcased their emotional depth and range. Riding this momentum, Charlie reunited with Oliver Stone for Wall Street in 1987. Playing opposite his real-life father, he embodied the ambitious young stockbroker Bud Fox, a role that netted him $500,000 but catapulted him to lasting stardom. Wall Street became a cultural touchstone, forever linking Charlie Sheen to the portrayal of unrestrained greed and ambition, both on-screen and eventually in life. By the early 1990s, he had cemented himself as one of Hollywood's most bankable leading men, headlining comedies like Hot Shots, Major League, and Young Guns, as well as dramatic collaborations with his brother Emilio Estevez in Rated X. Despite his flourishing career, Charlie's personal insecurities began bubbling to the surface. Surrounded by peers who were also ascending, names like Tom Cruise, Sean Penn, and his own brother Emilio, Charlie privately wrestled with envy. In one brutally candid admission, he once confessed, "I was so jealous, I wanted to kill myself." That dark confession foreshadowed the internal storm he would battle for years to come. Even during these early successes, troubling signs emerged. At 16, he was arrested for marijuana possession. The following year, he was caught engaging in credit card fraud after stealing personal information from luxury hotels. Though his mother's connections with local authorities helped shield him from serious legal consequences, these early brushes with crime signaled an emerging pattern: impulsive risk-taking that would eventually escalate into full-blown addiction and public scandal. His personal life grew increasingly chaotic as his fame rose. In 1990, Charlie's engagement to actress Kelly Preston ended abruptly after a gun owned by Charlie accidentally discharged, injuring her. While both insisted the incident was accidental, it only fueled the media's growing fascination with his off-screen volatility. His father, Martin, deeply alarmed, organized a surprise intervention on his 50th birthday, gathering friends, family, and even Charlie's high school teacher to plead for his sobriety. Rob Lowe, who himself had recently entered recovery, famously warned Charlie, "Every day you wait, your addiction is doing push-ups in the hallway." Reluctantly, Charlie agreed to seek treatment, entering rehab, and achieving temporary sobriety. For nearly a year, he managed to stay clean. But as he later admitted, he found ways to secretly resume drinking while hiding it from those closest to him. "I was bribing waiters to put wine in my coffee mug," he later confessed, illustrating how addiction continued to haunt him even in moments of apparent recovery. Professionally, though, his career continued to soar. In 2000, Charlie made a surprising transition to television, stepping into Spin City after Michael J. Fox stepped down due to health complications. Taking over from such a beloved star was no easy task, but Charlie delivered, winning a Golden Globe in 2002 for his portrayal of Deputy Mayor Charlie Crawford. His natural charisma and comedic timing proved perfectly suited for television's weekly rhythm, laying the groundwork for the next and most profitable chapter of his career. In 2003, CBS approached him with an offer that would redefine his life, the role of Charlie Harper in 2.5 Men. Loosely inspired by his real-life persona as a charming bachelor with an appetite for excess, the part fit him like a glove. The series exploded in popularity, quickly becoming one of the most watched sitcoms in the world. With syndication rights and back-end points factored in, Sheen's earnings soared to historic levels. At his peak, he was earning over $1.8 million per episode, with yearly income approaching $48 million. He was not just a television star, he was the face of American comedy in the 2000s. As the series thrived, so too did Charlie's financial empire. He collected millions from ongoing film royalties, from hits like Wall Street, Hot Shots, and Major League, and landed lucrative endorsement deals with companies ranging from Pepsi to DirecTV. Even after revealing his HIV diagnosis in 2015, Sheen monetized his celebrity through partnerships with unconventional brands like Lelo Hex condoms. All told, his lifetime earnings crossed the $150 million mark, positioning him as one of the wealthiest actors of his era. Yet behind this staggering financial success, his life was quietly unraveling. Extravagant spending, including lavish homes, private jets, drugs, and live-in girlfriends he infamously referred to as his goddesses, drained his fortune at an alarming rate. Costly divorces, including multi-million-dollar settlements with Denise Richards and Brooke Mueller, compounded his financial woes. At one point, he was paying over $110,000 per month in combined child and spousal support. By 2016, court filings revealed debts of over $12 million, with most of his wealth tied up in depreciating real estate and mounting legal fees, including $10 million spent to quietly settle lawsuits related to his HIV status. Real estate, once a symbol of his success, became another painful chapter. His Beverly Hills mansion, purchased for $7.2 million, hosted many of his infamous parties, but was ultimately sold at a loss. Several other properties across Mulholland Estates were also sold below purchase price. For a brief period, Charlie even moved back in with his parents before eventually downsizing to a $16,000 per month rental in Malibu. Through it all, public fascination with Charlie Sheen only deepened. The world couldn't look away from the unfolding drama. A brilliant actor undone by excess, a man who at times seemed both victim and architect of his own downfall. And yet, even after losing over $140 million of his fortune, Sheen somehow remained standing, still performing, still finding moments of redemption. His story is one of unimaginable highs, catastrophic lows, and an enduring ability to surprise. And now, dear viewers, as we continue unraveling the full scope of Charlie Sheen's extraordinary life, we invite you to reflect. Were you among the millions who tuned in weekly to watch his comedic brilliance? Do you remember the moment his staggering $50 million salary stunned Hollywood? Share your memories and thoughts in the comments below. Your insights help keep these remarkable stories alive. The world mourns the passing of Arthur Hamilton, the brilliant songwriter behind the timeless classic Cry Me a River. He passed away in June 2025 at the age of 98, with his death confirmed by ASCAP and the Society of Composers and Lyricists. While the cause of death was not publicly disclosed, his musical legacy remains unforgettable. Born on October 22, 1926 in Seattle, Washington, Hamilton was surrounded by music from an early age. His father, Jack Stern, and mother, Grace Hamilton, both worked as songwriters, setting the foundation for his future success. Hamilton's most iconic composition, Cry Me a River, first gained fame in 1955 when performed by Julie London, his former prom date. The haunting ballad climbed to number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was later recorded by numerous renowned artists, including Ella Fitzgerald, Joe Cocker, Barbra Streisand, and Michael Bublé. Beyond this signature song, Hamilton showcased his versatility by writing pieces such as He Needs Me and Sing a Rainbow, and earning an Academy Award nomination for Till Love Touches Your Life from the film Madrin in 1970. His remarkable career extended into film and television, earning Emmy nominations for his work. As a respected leader in his field, Hamilton also served as president of the Society of Composers and Lyricists and contributed to the ASCAP Foundation Board. Survived by his wife Joyce and a daughter, Arthur Hamilton leaves behind an enduring influence that will continue to inspire generations.
On my death, I would like to pass the land on to you, Dale, for all the help you've given me.
The entertainment world was shaken by the tragic loss of Jonathan Joss, who was fatally shot on June 1, 2025, at the age of 59. His husband, Tristan Kern de Gonzalez, confirmed the heartbreaking news, while authorities swiftly arrested the suspect, a neighbor, and charged him with first-degree murder. The devastating incident occurred near Joss's property in San Antonio, Texas, following ongoing conflicts that had deeply affected the couple. Jonathan Joss, born on December 22, 1965 in San Antonio, carved out a remarkable career in both voice acting and television. He achieved widespread recognition as the voice of John Redcorn in the acclaimed animated series King of the Hill, a role he held for more than a decade. He further endeared himself to audiences with his portrayal of Chief Ken Hotate, the wise and humorous leader of the Wamapoke tribe, on the hit sitcom Parks and Recreation. His work alongside stars like Amy Poehler and Nick Offerman remains cherished by fans worldwide. Beyond acting, Joss expressed his artistry through music, performing with the Red Corn Band, which reflected his cultural roots. His passion for his craft remained strong until the very end, as he had recently begun recording for the upcoming revival of King of the Hill. Though his life was cut short, Jonathan Joss leaves behind a lasting legacy of creativity, strength, and heartfelt performances that continue to resonate. The music world mourns the passing of Rick Derringer, who died on May 26, 2025, at the age of 77. His death, confirmed through official statements, marked the end of a 6-decade career that helped define multiple generations of rock and roll. At the time of his passing, Derringer's net worth was estimated at $500,000, reflecting a lifetime of remarkable musical contributions. Born on August 5, 1947 in Fort Recovery, Ohio, Derringer displayed extraordinary musical talent from a young age. He first soared to stardom as the teenage frontman of the McCoys, whose 1965 hit Hang On Sloopy reached #1 on the charts. This early success opened doors to an illustrious career, collaborating with legendary figures such as Johnny Winter, Edgar Winter, Steely Dan, Todd Rundgren, and Ringo Starr. Reinventing himself as a solo artist in the 1970s, Derringer achieved widespread acclaim with his signature track rock and roll, Hoochie Coo. His talents extended far beyond performing, as he became a sought-after producer, shaping major hits like Free Ride and Frankenstein, while contributing memorable guitar work to songs such as Total Eclipse of the Heart and Making Love Out of Nothing at All. Derringer also played a crucial role in the early success of Weird Al Yankovic, producing his first albums and influencing his rise. Throughout his life, Rick Derringer embodied artistic resilience and versatility, leaving behind an enduring legacy that continues to inspire musicians worldwide. The film industry is mourning the loss of Jason Constantine, who passed away on June 9, 2025, at the age of 55, following a courageous battle with brain cancer. His death was confirmed by both his family and Lionsgate, where he had become a driving creative force. Though no official estimate of his net worth was provided, his true wealth lay in the extraordinary impact he left on modern cinema. Born in 1970, Constantine devoted over 2 decades to shaping some of Hollywood's most iconic films. Rising through the ranks at Trimark Pictures before joining Lionsgate, he ultimately became co-president of Lionsgate Motion Picture Group. With an exceptional eye for potential, he played a pivotal role in acquiring and developing massive franchises like John Wick, The Expendables, The Hitman's Bodyguard, Kick-Ass, Angel Has Fallen, and Plane. His early support of the Saw series was especially transformative, helping it grow into a billion-dollar horror powerhouse. Beyond commercial hits, Constantine championed critically acclaimed films such as Crash, Precious, Knives Out, Margin Call, and The Girl with the Pearl Earring. He was deeply admired by colleagues and filmmakers alike for his fearlessness, creativity, and collaborative spirit. Throughout his illness, Constantine remained devoted to his work, exemplifying remarkable strength and resilience. He is survived by his wife Kristen and their 3 children, and leaves behind a legacy that will continue to shape the movie industry for years to come. The entertainment world is mourning the loss of Maurice Whippany, who passed away peacefully on June 6, 2025, her 61st birthday. Her family and friends confirmed her passing through a heartfelt announcement on her Facebook page. Although the cause of death was not revealed, her departure has left a deep void in the hearts of those who knew and loved her. Born in 1964 in New Zealand, Maurice Whippany built a remarkable career that spanned television, film, and live broadcasting. She first entered the public eye as one of the original hosts of the Lotto New Zealand live draw in 1987, affectionately becoming known as the Lotto Lady. Her passion for performance soon led her to acting, where she delivered memorable roles in series such as Soldier Soldier, where she portrayed Ellie in the show's 3rd season, as well as appearances in Xena, Warrior Princess, Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, Shortland Street, and Bonjour Timothy. Throughout her journey, Maurice was admired for her honesty, charm, and heartfelt portrayals. In later years, she gracefully stepped away from the spotlight, embracing a simpler lifestyle while remaining deeply grateful for her experiences. Reflecting on her life, she often shared her contentment despite financial hardships, choosing joy over regret. Maurice Whippany leaves behind a legacy of resilience, authenticity, and cherished performances that continue to resonate with audiences and colleagues who were touched by her spirit.
And to read, Shaw above all. He's my guiding light, a disrespecter of authority.
The world bids farewell to Kathleen Hughes, who passed away on May 19, 2025, at the age of 96. Her passing, confirmed by close friend John Jigan Griffin Adel, marks the end of a luminous career that spanned decades of classic film and television. She leaves behind her 3 beloved children, Angie, John, and Michael. Born Elizabeth von Gherkin on November 14, 1928 in Los Angeles, Hughes overcame early doubts about her career due to her tall stature. Refusing to be discouraged, she forged ahead and soon became one of Hollywood's most captivating actresses of the 1950s. Her breakout role came in the 3D science fiction film It Came from Outer Space, where her memorable scream immortalized her as one of cinema's original scream queens. Beyond her work in science fiction, Hughes displayed her remarkable range in films such as The Glass Web, For Men Only, The Golden Blade, and 3 Bad Sisters. She seamlessly transitioned to television, securing roles on beloved shows like Miss H, Perry Mason, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, and I Dream of Jeannie. Even after studio setbacks, Hughes's resilience and persistence allowed her to build a lasting legacy in Hollywood. Kathleen Hughes's enduring charm, fearless pursuit of her dreams, and unforgettable screen presence continue to inspire fans and fellow actors. Her legacy remains deeply woven into the fabric of classic American cinema.
Kept in touch on and off. I was involved in Dragon Fest, which was
The entertainment industry mourns the loss of Peter Kwong, who passed away peacefully in his sleep on May 28, 2025, at the age of 73. His representatives confirmed his death, though no further details were released. Though his financial estate remains undisclosed, his contributions to cinema have left a lasting imprint on generations of fans. Born on April 9, 1952, Peter Kwong defied the odds to become one of Hollywood's most recognizable Asian American actors during a time when roles for performers of Asian descent were limited. With a unique combination of martial arts expertise and compelling screen presence, Kwong quickly set himself apart. His breakthrough came in 1986, a landmark year in his career. He electrified audiences as Rain, one of the 3 storms in John Carpenter's cult favorite Big Trouble in Little China, a role that would define his legacy. That same year, he showcased his versatility in The Golden Child alongside Eddie Murphy and appeared in Never Too Young to Die. Throughout his journey, Kwong's perseverance and passion helped break stereotypes and paved the way for more authentic representation of Asian characters in Hollywood. Off-screen, he remained a respected figure within the martial arts community, inspiring countless young performers. Peter Kwong's life stands as a testament to resilience, trailblazing artistry, and the power of representation. His unforgettable performances continue to resonate with audiences around the world.
We were just going to have it downstairs, but of course it's crazy because the servants have to serve somebody, so it became...
The entertainment world bids farewell to Jean Marsh, who passed away on April 13, 2025, at the age of 90, due to complications from dementia. Her death was confirmed by filmmaker Michael Lindsay Hogg, closing the remarkable life of a woman whose creative vision transformed British television. Born on July 1, 1934, in London, Marsh overcame serious health issues as a child, including paralysis and Bell's palsy, finding her strength through performance and literature. This resilience guided her into the world of acting, where her talents flourished both on stage and screen. Marsh achieved global acclaim as the co-creator and star of Upstairs, Downstairs, portraying the graceful yet determined parlor-maid Rose Buck. The groundbreaking series illuminated the lives of servants and nobility in Edwardian England, earning Marsh an Emmy Award in 1975 and forever redefining period drama. She was the only cast member to appear in both the original run and its 2010 revival, solidifying her lasting connection to the series. Beyond television, Marsh captivated audiences with roles in films like Cleopatra, Frenzy, The Eagle Has Landed, and Return to Oz, while also showcasing her literary talents as a novelist. Her career, spanning stage, film, television, and literature, reflected both her boundless creativity and her commitment to authentic storytelling. Jean Marsh's legacy remains an inspiration, a testament to perseverance, innovation, and the enduring power of the written and spoken word.
When he looks at me, I feel like he can see right into my soul.
Tragically, Sian Barbara Allen passed away on March 31, 2025, in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, after a long battle with Alzheimer's disease. She was 78. The heartbreaking news was shared by her sister, Meg Pokras, who mourned the loss of her wonderful sister with deep sorrow. Allen's journey to stardom began in Reading, Pennsylvania, where she was born on January 9, 1946. After graduating from high school, she earned a scholarship to the renowned Pasadena Playhouse, which set the foundation for her future in acting. Her breakout performance came in 1972, when she earned a Golden Globe nomination for her role in You'll Like My Mother, a performance that showcased her remarkable depth and emotional range. She went on to charm audiences in beloved television series such as The Waltons, The Incredible Hulk, Hawaii 5-0, and Gunsmoke, as well as films like Billy Two Hats and Scream, Pretty Peggy. Beyond her acting success, Allen was a pioneer, becoming the first woman to write a script for Baretta in 1978. In 1990, she stepped away from the entertainment industry to dedicate her life to political activism, supporting labor movements and social justice causes. At the time of her passing, her net worth was estimated between $1 million and $5 million, reflecting both her professional accomplishments and wise financial stewardship. Allen's legacy endures through her daughter, grandson, and her many unforgettable performances that continue to inspire.
My dad wanted me to, pay attention to my studies and, get good grades.
Breaking news. Diana Ross. What heartbreaks? Did the Queen of Motown hide behind her timeless smile? She stood beneath the spotlights, wrapped in glittering gowns, commanding every stage she set foot on. Millions sang along to her unforgettable voice, and for decades Diana Ross appeared to live the perfect life. But behind the elegance, behind the legendary career, lived a woman who quietly carried heartbreaks, personal losses, and fierce battles for redemption. What were the storms that shaped Diana Ross, and how did she emerge even stronger at every turn? Stay with us as we unveil the deeply inspiring and sometimes painful journey of the Queen of Motown. And before we begin, I'd love to hear from you. Which Diana Ross song carries special meaning in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if these emotional journeys through iconic lives touch your heart, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Diana Ross was born on March 26, 1944, in Detroit, Michigan. But fate intervened from the start. Her mother intended to name her Diane, but due to a clerical error on her birth certificate, she officially became Diana. That small accident would mark the beginning of a life filled with unexpected turns and monumental moments. Her childhood was humble. Raised in a Baptist household as the second of 6 children, young Diana's early years were filled with both love and hardship. When she was just 7, tragedy struck. Her mother fell gravely ill with tuberculosis. To save her life, Diana and her siblings were sent to live with their grandparents in Alabama. The separation left emotional scars that would remain with her throughout her life. Once reunited with her mother, the family settled in Detroit's Brewster Douglas housing projects, a low-income neighborhood known for birthing remarkable talents. Even amidst these modest surroundings, Diana was already nurturing dreams larger than her world. At Cass Technical High School, she studied fashion design, millinery, and cosmetology, preparing for a career she once believed would revolve around fabric and design. But another dream quietly blossomed: music. By 15, she joined a local girl group called the Primettes. It was this group that would place her on the path to immortality. With the help of family friend Smokey Robinson, the Primettes auditioned for Motown Records. Although initially turned away for being too young, their determination was unwavering. Soon, Berry Gordy offered them a contract under a new name, the Supremes. With Diana's delicate but powerful voice at the forefront, the Supremes conquered the charts. Their rise was nothing short of meteoric. The 1964 release of Where Did Our Love Go shot straight to #1, followed by timeless classics like Baby Love, Come See About Me, and Stop in the Name of Love. In a segregated America, the Supremes not only dominated radio waves, but also became symbols of hope and possibility for millions. By 1970, after years at the top with the Supremes, Diana Ross made one of the most daring decisions of her life, to leave the group and venture into a solo career. The stakes were immense. Could she succeed without the Supremes brand behind her? Her debut solo single provided the answer, a resounding yes. Ain't No Mountain High Enough soared to the top of the Billboard Hot 100, proving Diana Ross was destined to shine, with or without anyone standing beside her. While her professional success seemed unstoppable, her personal life unfolded in far more complicated ways. She began a romantic relationship with Motown founder Berry Gordy, which resulted in the birth of her daughter Rhonda. However, the romance faded, and Diana married music executive Robert Ellis Silberstein, who lovingly raised Rhonda along with their 2 daughters, Tracy and Chudney. Yet, love continued to challenge Diana. Years later, she married Norwegian billionaire Arne Næss Jr., who brought her joy, stability, and 2 sons, Ross Arne and Evan. But once again, heartbreak visited her. The marriage ended after Arne fathered a child outside their union. And in a cruel twist of fate, Arne later lost his life in a tragic climbing accident. For Diana, this loss left an irreplaceable emptiness. Her career, too, faced its share of turbulence. Despite the glossy magazine covers, her life was far from a fairy tale. In 2002, Diana reached one of the lowest points of her personal journey. While undergoing treatment for substance abuse, she was arrested for driving under the influence in Arizona. The news spread rapidly, and for many, it was shocking to see the poised star in such a vulnerable state. The arrest could have shattered her legacy, but Diana Ross did what she had always done. She faced the storm head-on. She quietly served her brief sentence, refused to publicly wallow in scandal, and most importantly, she carried on. With resilience and dignity, she reminded the world that true icons do not crumble when faced with adversity. Diana's strength has always been her quiet determination. Rather than retreat from public life, she continued to perform, to tour, and to bring joy to audiences across the globe. She once said, "You just have to keep going and keep believing in yourself, no matter what others say." And she lived that belief every single day. In the years that followed, Diana Ross gracefully reinvented herself once more. She returned to recording studios, released the album I Love You in 2006, and performed at high-profile events like the Nobel Peace Prize concert. Her More Today Than Yesterday tour delighted fans across the country, proving that her voice still held its magic. Her stage presence still commanded attention. Her accolades kept growing. She received the BET Lifetime Achievement Award, was honored at the Kennedy Center, and in 2016 received one of the nation's highest honors, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, bestowed by President Barack Obama himself. These moments recognized not only her musical achievements, but her cultural impact as one of America's most beloved icons. And yet, one glaring omission remains in her glittering career: the Grammys. Despite 13 nominations, Diana Ross has never won a Grammy in a competitive category. Only much later was she awarded the Lifetime Achievement honor. For many, this oversight remains one of the most puzzling injustices in modern music history. But Diana Ross's real legacy cannot be measured in awards. It is far greater. She has become a guiding light for countless artists who followed in her footsteps. From Michael Jackson, whom she mentored like a mother, to Beyoncé, Madonna, and generations more. Her influence extends deeply into her own family as well. Her children have flourished in their own careers. Rhonda has pursued music and acting. Tracee Ellis Ross has charmed television audiences with her award-winning performances in Blackish. Chudney became a successful author and producer. Evan Ross found success as both an actor and musician, while Ross Arney built a life away from the public eye. Today, Diana Ross not only celebrates her children's achievements, but also delights in her role as a grandmother to 7 grandchildren, cherishing her growing legacy of love and family. At 80 years old, Diana Ross remains active and vibrant. In 2023, she launched the Music Legacy Tour, performing for packed venues, her voice still echoing the power and grace that first captivated the world decades ago. She headlined the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in 2022, once again delivering a breathtaking performance seen by millions worldwide. Even the younger generation knows her voice through her collaboration with Tame Impala for the Minions: The Rise of Gru soundtrack. As of 2025, Diana Ross's net worth is estimated at $250 million, the result of a career built not only on extraordinary talent, but on fierce determination, business acumen, and an ability to continuously reinvent herself. Looking back, Diana Ross's life is not merely one of musical success. It is a testament to resilience. She endured personal heartbreaks, public scandals, and industry disappointments. But through it all, she never surrendered. She remained a symbol of elegance, grace, and inner strength. Her journey reminds us that even legends carry invisible wounds. And yet, their greatness is found not in avoiding hardship, but in rising above it, time and time again. Now we'd love to hear from you. What does Diana Ross mean to you? Which of her songs carried you through your own mountains and valleys? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if these stories of incredible lives inspire you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. Together, we will continue honoring the unforgettable icons who have shaped our world. Thank you for watching. And always remember, for Diana Ross, no mountain was ever too high.